again. Perchance Nigerians entrust him with that mandate again in 2027. Because if we are talking about the current state of the nation, that means that we are not moving forward.
Oh Lord, yes.
It's going to be the same old story. Not being able to put food on the table. Various sectors in the shambles. Although his body language, what he has been telling Nigerians is that these are just the birth pangs. Well, the birth pangs have lasted a whole 4 years now, and almost lasting a whole 4 years now. So we are expecting that the birth itself will become real after 2027, if indeed, like I said, Nigerians decide to entrust him with that mandate. So it won't be the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. I hope it's not what I think that is trying to say. Maybe what it means is that he will do things the same way to achieve that particular goal, that particular light at the end of the tunnel, which Mr. John always says
yes.
it's not there. So we hope to see the light at the tunnel, and not that we remain the same.
And I hope we'll see the light. Like Mr. John always says that there is no tunnel at all. That will
yes, there's a tunnel, just that the tunnel is very dark.
Very dark. So you don't know whether there will be light or not. So I have here now talking about, is in the news again, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and ADC ticket. Atiku writes of Kwakwanso Tambuwal. And now former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has written off Northerners who may run against him in the shadow election for the African Democratic Congress ADC presidential ticket. Atiku said none of them is close to him in popularity, and those from northern extraction who are believed to be eyeing the ADC ticket, Atiku said none of them is close to him in popularity, and those from northern extraction who are believed to be eyeing the ADC ticket apart from him are Senator Rabiu Kwakwanso and Senator Aminu Tambuwal. And the others from the south who have shown interest are former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi and former Rivers State Government Chibuike Amechi. And speaking in a television interview, Atiku said, "Can you tell me among the current leaders in the north who has more votes than I have? We are talking of figures like Tambuwal, Kwakwanso, El-Rufai, and the emerging political figures. None of them has gotten more northern bloc votes as much as they have gotten." Yes, he's talking about testing his popularity, that all those people that are vying against him, yes, they are not as popular as he is. So writes up, he has written off some of them, all those that are likely to face him, to vie for the ticket of the ADC.
Well, Bimbo is saying what he should say as a politician, and but deep down inside him, he knows that those people he mentioned are not walkovers. So they are not supposed to be written off that easily, and he knows that they are very formidable contenders. But meanwhile, while he is writing his contenders, major contenders from northern Nigeria, while he's writing them off in that political statement of ease, the presidency is also writing him off. The presidency says it's turn, but the headline says it's the turn of South in 2027. Presidency replies Atiku. Now, the presidency on Thursday upbraided former Vice President and African Democratic Congress ADC presidential hopeful Atiku Abubakar over his vow not to subordinate his presidential ambition to the North-South power rotation. Atiku, in the television interview program on Wednesday, further claimed that the South has spent more years in office than the North since 1999. In a tweet on his X handle titled, "This article will never learn." Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, dismissed Atiku's submission as self-serving argument to justify his attempt to disrupt Nigeria's power rotation arrangement. Now, I didn't know there was any official power rotation arrangement. As far as I'm concerned, that arrangement does not exist. And Mr. Ononuga must know that every Nigerian from any part of the country, wherever they come from, as we speak, has every right to to aspire to become the nation's leader, and it is for Nigerians to decide whether they want Southerners to remain in power, or they want power to shift to the north. That is for Nigerians to decide. Now, the presidency also described Atiku as a serial candidate, and that they have said that another spectacular failure awaits this perennial candidate in the next election. Again, why not let Nigerians decide whether they want Atiku, whether they want Obasanjo, whether they want Tinubu, whether they want Peter Obi, whether they want Kwakwaso, and whosoever throws his hat in the ring.
And in the meantime, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, yesterday launched a rebuke on former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, describing him as a serial failure and dismissing his criticisms of the current administration. And Wike spoke to reporters during a routine inspection of infrastructure projects in Kuje and other parts of the FCT, where he rejected Atiku's recent comments on national television that the government of Bola Tinubu had failed to ease the hardship facing Nigerians. Responding directly, the minister challenged the former vice president to compare his record in office with ongoing developments in the FCT. He said, at a certain age, one should be able to look at facts objectively. He lives in the FCT. Let him compare the FCT of today to the 8 years when he was vice president. Well, okay. He has made his point known. You know, they have always been at loggerheads for a long time. And of course, he had the point there. He made a point there, saying you should compare that Atiku should compare how the Federal Capital Territory was then and compare it to how it is now, how it looks now.
Well, Atiku was not the minister of the FCT.
Yes, but he was vice president and he lives there.
Coming back home now, down to Oyo State, and well, there have been rumbles in the politics of the state, rumors about impeachment, denials, and counter rumors and allegations and counter allegations. Well, Governor Seyi Makinde has calmed the storm. A storm was brewing in the aftermath of the rumor that the story that the Speaker of the House of Assembly wanted to mastermind the plot to unseat the governor. Of course, an allegation he vehemently denied. He said though he was offered some juicy things from certain quarters, he said he rejected it, and that was the statement from him. But then apparently some people did not believe his story, and they believe that he should be punished for dragging the assembly in the mud. Those were the words of those that were very angry with him, his colleagues mostly, and that was what they said. But so a storm was brewing at the assembly, and that storm was supposed to have consumed the Speaker, relieved him of his seat. But like I said, Governor Seyi Makinde intervened and he calmed the storm. Okay, the story here says Oyo Speaker escapes impeachment as Makinde intervenes. Our Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Debo Ogundoye, on Thursday escaped the hammer of impeachment by members of the Assembly following the intervention of the State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, after the remote plan to impeach the Governor. The governor's intervention came during a meeting held with the People's Democratic Party (PDP) caucus of the House members at the governor's office Agodi, after the lawmakers were said to have met in the morning to perfect the removal of the Speaker. Our sources at the meeting with the governor told correspondents that the members had heated arguments, while some of them believed that the Speaker had dragged the assembly in the mud and should be relieved of the post. However, after the members present at the meeting had presented their positions, with some of them expressing disappointment at Ogundoye, the governor was said to have calmed them and pleaded on his behalf. The source noted that much consideration was given to the interest of the state and that of the ruling party in shelving the idea of impeaching the Speaker. However, Makinde's intervention appears to have drawn a firm line that has not put an end to the crisis, as he directed all members of the Assembly to close ranks with the existing House leadership under the Speaker. The government reportedly emphasized the need for unity, discipline, and stability within both the legislature and the party. The directive, it was gathered, effectively shut down any ongoing moves towards impeachment, with lawmakers said to have agreed to abide by the governor's position, and that was very magnanimous of the governor.
Yes,
and at least peace be still, calming the storm. Well, like I said, there have been allegations and counter allegations. There have been denials and all that, and well, we do not have the exact details of what exactly happened. But of course, what we do know is that there was a storm, and that storm has been calmed, and Governor Seyi Makinde, well, whether he was a victim of a planned of an impeachment plot or not, whether it was to be a victim,
it was, yes, or not, we don't know, because there are so many angles to that event, to that story.
Then, what is important is the fact that he has allowed peace and unity, as they called it, to prevail within the party, and by extension the state. Because well, I don't know, there will be a lot of rumbles within the polity and within the politics of Oyo State, if either of them were to lose their seats at this critical point in time. Well, my thinking here, well, thank goodness that the storm has been calmed.
Calmed, because there were so many, I don't know, maybe we call it insinuations and rumors and all those, some talking about, well, like you said, maybe it was trying to be lured into part of what might happen, what might allegedly happen. But at the end of the day, the speaker is loyal, very loyal to the governor. Yes, we all know. So, well, the storm has been calmed now. Peace be still, like you said. Like Jesus Christ said during a storm then.
Well, what I also heard from the grapevine, which I cannot officially confirm, was the fact that, well, when the speaker was to embark on a particular visit outside the state to some powerful elements who are said to be at the center of this entire crisis, that he did inform the governor, and the governor told him to proceed with caution. But then he went there, and those offers were made, which he turned down. But then when he came back home, it was he delayed, he tarried in relaying the details of what transpired at that meeting. That a version of that what transpired had already got into the governor before he was able to state his own version, and he had already been accused of all sorts of things. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure if that is what happened, but that is what I heard, I gathered from the grapevine, and that was the root cause of his problem. But then, no matter what, their politicians, and again, they would always have a way of settling their problems and their challenges.
Yes, well now, Oyo State Governor is talking about, well, I think yes, the Oyo State Governor has, unveiled committees on a 25-year tourism master plan. 25-year tourism master plan. That is plans about improving tourism. Yes, tourism in Oyo State. And well, it is a good one because Oyo State too has the potentials. Has the potentials of improving the tourism sector, and of course, I think we will. The Oyo State government will ensure that this project, yes, is achieved. We'll take a break now. We'll be back.
It's Choco time. Dano Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open the door and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Dano Choco 3-in-1. Ooh, taste it, love it. Dano Choco 3-in-1. Ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Conversation.
Right, we're back, and the still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Right, we have this one. Gunmen abduct 14, including UTMA candidates, in Benue bus attack. And that has 2.2 million seats for 2026 UTMA nationwide. Candidates free to wear hijab into exam or face board. But I hope it's not the kind of that kind of hijab that covers the entire face.
The ones that it is only the eyeballs that will be seen.
Because we were talking about this yesterday in the new group, and I asked the question: what if some unscrupulous elements find out that it's actually a man under the hijab? So, but let's see what it's all about here. The Commissioner of Police in Benue State, Ifeanyi Emenari, has confirmed the abduction of 14 passengers in a bus heading from Makurdi, the state capital, to Otukpo on Wednesday night, adding that the command was intensifying efforts towards rescuing the victims. Emenari spoke with correspondents on Thursday. He said, "I'm in Otukpo now with all my team and DPOs who are here in the bush, and I'm heading the operation." What happened was that one Benue Links bus carrying passengers coming to Otukpo was stopped and attacked by hoodlums, and 14 passengers were kidnapped, but one was able to escape. The CP added that the command was already investigating the reason the bus driver ran foul of the company's policy of not traveling after 6 p.m. Oh, this is not good. It's not good at all. Especially now the CMA candidates are also part of those that have been abducted. Now, it says the victims are mainly young boys and girls coming to Otukpo to sit for the JAMB examination. And then, meanwhile, the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination commenced nationwide on Thursday, with more than 2.2 million candidates expected to sit for the examination across accredited centers. This is just as the body has affirmed that candidates are permitted to wear hijab into exam halls following an incident at the Esther Oshikoya Computer-Based Center in Ibadan. The clarification was made by JAMB's Public Communication Advisor Dr. Fabian Benjamin in response to concerns over alleged discrimination during the screening process at the center. The JAMB said the incident occurred during the screening exercise for the first session of the UTMA held on Thursday. It explained that it swiftly intervened after observing that the candidate wearing a hijab was asked to remove or alter it. The board emphasized that the action was not part of its official policy, nor the standard operating procedures for accredited computer-based CBT centers. So that has been clarified by the examinations body now.
Yes, before we go on to, I still have some jam stories here. We'll have another break. We'll be back.
Hello Ibadan! Finally, the MTN Camp Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lekon Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́rin irú ẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfò fífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Adámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá. Ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.
Alright, we're back and still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM.
Now, still talking jump now. The UTM, they begun the nationwide exams, CBT, amid minor hitches. Well, and tight security too, and of course, I think maybe Tola had mentioned this one, that gunmen abducted 18 JAMB candidates in Benue community. Yes, again.
And I'm sorry to say this, Bimbo, but then I would want to blame what I would call the insensitivity of the examinations body.
Yes.
The situation whereby the CBT system has not been perfected, such that students have to travel long distances because they want to do JAMB. And students have to leave their houses sometimes as early as 5 a.m. because they want to meet the starting time for an examination that starts by 6:30 a.m. All these things are very odd, I would say.
Yes.
Why would I, for instance, be a JAMB candidate and I live in Ibadan and my center is in Ubumosho,
yes,
Shaki, or sometimes even outside of your state? So they were traveling.
Yes, they were traveling along the Otukpo Road.
And my question is that why must these JAMB candidates, why must they have to travel because they want to do JAMB? Why are there no CBT? Are there no CBT centers where they are located?
Yes.
So all these things should have been corrected, or there is a way that you can ensure their security. These are precarious times in our country. The times are not normal. So you don't say you want to do the ideal, and when times are abnormal.
And all those 18 JAMB candidates that gone and abducted now, they are seizing the opportunity. They seized the opportunity of the JAMB CBT exams to carry out this dastardly act, and all those JAMB students now, they are yet to be accounted for. Yes, their identities and exact location of the attack were yet to be officially confirmed, and some locals described the attack as terrifying and questioned the safety of travelers within the region. Well, the driver of the kidnapped the vehicle and the passenger reportedly escaped from the kidnappers, who marched other victims into nearby bushes. And a major town, Otukpo, it is a major town in Benue South, which has always experienced kidnappings and armed attacks along key routes in recent years. And at the end of the day, now, JAMB that knows this, it has happened to them before, when they started when they were asking for apologies about what happened during one of their CBT examinations. Now they will come out to be apologizing. You remember there was a case of about 2 or 3 students coming from, I think, Ubumosho, Oluyole, coming to Ibadan, and they had an accident and died. Yes, I think about 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
But court issues warrant of arrest against ex-minister Farouk, one order. Okay, and that's on the side pages of the newspapers this morning. Justice Jude Oluyole of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), sitting at Akko on Thursday, issued a warrant of arrest against former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Ajia Sadia Umar Farouk, and one Bashira Nura Al-Khali, to compel them to appear before the court to take their plea on the charges brought against them. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) had filed charges against the former minister, who served in the government of late President Muhammadu Buhari, Al-Khali and son-in-nephew Rabiu, before the court. The defendants were to be arraigned sometime last year, but the arraignment could not hold due to the absence of the defendants in court. Okay, that's a former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. And then how come those who occupy that office always seem to be embroiled
in controversies
and stained of corruption or the other? Well, they said this happens to one of the juiciest ministries to be posted to, because bad things are always happening, and then we need money to mitigate the impact of those ugly events.
Well, talking security now here, remember all those our Nigerian military personnel that were attacked and killed by so-called terrorists and Boko Haram criminals and the ISWAP. People were, just insinuating that it was either Boko Haram or ISWAP or some gun-wielding criminals. Now, the Islamic State, you remember the Brigadier General that was killed, then another commandant in another theater of the army, trying to, that were attacked in their base. The Islamic State West Africa province has claimed responsibility for a series of attacks on Nigerian security forces and neighboring countries. The material, written in Arabic and translated into English, was released on Thursday, a copy of which was cited by Punch correspondent on X. The group, according to the release, alleged that it carried out coordinated ambushes involving roadside explosives, attacks on checkpoints, and destruction of military vehicles. And among the claims was an alleged attack on a military patrol in northern Nigeria, in which ISWAP said 7 soldiers, including an officer of major rank, were killed after an improvised explosive device detonated. And the terrorist group also claimed that another unit attacked an army position near a town outskirts in order to lure troops into the bush. And according to the document reviewed by the Punch, the group further accused troops of retaliatory actions on civilian homes near Monguno, alleging that houses were burnt for failing to report movements of insurgents. So, like I always say, all this, the attacks and so, what do they want? What do they want? That is the question.
And it goes on
and on.
Police arrest 6 in Ondo for planning bomb attack. Okay. Says detectives from the Ondo State Police Command have foiled an alleged plot to carry out bomb attacks on government infrastructure in Akure, arresting 6 suspected terrorists during an intelligence-led operation. The State Commissioner of Police, Adebowale Lawal, disclosed this to newsmen on Thursday during the parade of the suspects at the command headquarters in the state capital, where he outlined the circumstances surrounding their arrest and the nature of the alleged plot. Lawal explained that the operation was driven by credible intelligence, which enabled operatives to act swiftly and prevent what could have been a major security breach in the state capital. He said the operation was intelligence-driven, and our timely intervention prevented what could have resulted in massive loss of lives and destruction of critical government infrastructure. 6 arrested in Ondo for planning bomb attack.
Well, I think this one that happened here, the revelation by the ISWA, they said that when they burnt some houses, attacked some houses, and killed some people, abducted some people, there were, promises by the army that they will retaliate those burning of houses. So that was why they really focused on the army and started attacking them and killing them. Just this is flimsy, very flimsy. If they want to face the army, let them come out and face the army.
Why should they want to be facing anyone? But like I said,
why are they killing people?
Well, like I said, it's only Nigeria where I've seen that some people will come out and say, I'm a bandit, I'm a terrorist, and they will sound like that is a profession, that is what I do for a living, and the government sees nothing wrong with that. Some people even come out to defend their actions, some so-called clerics, and they will say that they are victims of the system, and that the government should negotiate with them, and they won't establish a ministry to take care of their interests. So you begin to wonder, Bimbo. We also have this one: police extradite fugitive to UK. The Nigeria Police Force, through the Interpol National Central Bureau (NCB) Abuja, has facilitated the extradition of one Matthew Chukwuemeka Adebiyi to the UK to face charges bordering on murder and dog trafficking. This was contained in the statement made available to newsmen in Abuja on Thursday by the Force Public Relations Officer DCP Anthony Okon Placid. The statement said the extradition followed a formal request by UK authorities in September 2024 to locate, arrest, and send the fugitive over for his alleged involvement in the murder of one Joshua Boadu on June 18, 2018, after which he fled to Nigeria to evade arrest. So his sins have caught up with him. The pounded yam, the old pounded yam,
yes,
can still scald your hand.
Yes. Well, Tola, this story I'm seeing here, Lagos State is becoming like the UK. Yes. Can see some some buses here Yes, I mean trains, red rail trains. Yes, 24 brand new car trains for the red rail line in China. Yes, and the governor received the symbolic key to the 24 brand new car trains. And as I'm seeing here, it is it's just like trying to say Lagos is trying to become another small London. Yes, car trains riding between the city, within the city, and well, you'll see it will be a kind of inspiration for some other states too that are cosmopolitan like Lagos State. Well, this one here says, amid a suspected insurgent plot targeting the airport and correctional facilities in Abuja and neighboring Niger State, security agencies have moved to reinforce the sites, and the Nigeria Police Force, the Nigeria Immigration Service, and the Nigeria Correctional Service have told the Punch on Thursday that they have proactively strengthened security around the airports and custodial centers. The Washington Post had reported an internal memo from the Nigerian Customs Service which disclosed plans by terrorists to attack the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport and Kuje Custodial Center in the Federal Capital Territory and the prison facility in Niger State. It said the attacks had been planned by fighters of the Islamic State's West Africa province, Boko Haram, Ansaru, and the Jama Nusra Islam wal Muslimin. Yes, that is what I always talk about, proactive measures. Yes, they have gotten the information that something is about to happen. Now, they are the Nigeria Police Force and the Nigeria Immigration Service and the Nigeria Correctional Service too. They are putting in measures, yes, to ensure that nothing of such happen. And of course, if it happens, I hope it does not, a sizable number of those that are trying to attack these facilities should be arrested, or even, if I can say, they should be killed outrightly. Yes, that is my own opinion here. And well, we'll take another break now and we'll be back.
It's Choco time. Donald Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open the door and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Donald Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, taste it, love it. Donald Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Hello Ibadan! Finally, the MTN Camp Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lagos Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́rin irú ẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfòfífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Adámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá. Ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.
Conversation.
program is still Conversation on OLUYOLEFM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Now to the phone lines 08055 009850 or 07055551985. The program is Conversation.
Welcome your contributions on the program this morning. I'll give you a number to call 070-5555-1985. CBN pegs BBN enrollment age at 18, limits phone number changes.
Yes, a phone call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I can be advisor from
Good to have you, sir.
God bless you, sir. When we are talking about the truly, what you said is very right, that these people are looking for the betterment. They are not fighting to get for the benefit of the masses. But looking at it critically, we have to see that the opposition, the ruling party, is spread from few feathers. There is no difference between them. For example, what can we point to as an achievement? And so, the masses are benefiting from this present government. We are only feeling it. It's only the shit we are feeling. Except for some state governors like Seyi Makinde and Ademola Adeleke. I'm talking about my own personal opinion. For me, as far as I'm concerned, it's only Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. People are saying good things about him, about his administration, about his doing, and Adeleke is also performing. So I can't see anything being done by this federal government, and federal government should be the one to take care of the common man. What are they doing? Educationally, socially, economically, security-wise, we are not feeling the good impact, but the shit. So the articles, the obese, the Kwankwan souls, they are looking for their own betterment. They are fighting for their own. But the present government is not benefiting the masses. They are the same. There is no difference. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
070-5555-1985. That's the number to call to be part of conversation this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Bimbo and Mr. Tola, God bless you.
Thank you very much. Amen.
Reverend Kano Babatudi is speaking from Lalate.
Good to have you, sir.
Now, we want peace in your state. We don't want anybody to bring storm to your state. And your state should be a peaceful state. We thank God that with the speaker has said that he has nothing to do with the impeachment of the governor. Thank you very much. The government is okay by people, and we want it to continue like that, because the governor is doing very good work, and we want that work to continue, because the workers, the people of Oyo State, are commending him. So that is what we want. Then concerning the president, when he said nobody can scare him, well, we thank God. He should do something that will not scare him, so that people will know that he's on his speech. Thank you very much. Reverend Kano Babatudi from Lalate.
Yes, thank you very much, Reverend Kano.
We also have Oyo government ramps up public health campaign against Lassa fever, cholera.
Yes, yes, that's a commendable one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alex Wore.
Good to have you, sir.
Nana Atuku. The team is a champion. He is that. You open like he is. If he's not applying, one can corrupt the education plan. So that's what I want to ask now. How many times have there been just one good at it? Nigeria, a If the marriage is going to work, let's get the marriage. That's the matter. And we can. You say you must be done to STT. Going with the fact of what is done. Our teacher is not the vice president of STT. You can't do that. You want to take one more compare. You now compare with your passenger. Who will take for Nigeria. How to work. Everyone will have to. Kids are working. But under the global government, people the football. I just right now. Let me translate for the list. Change half a people what God created on social media. You can compare you go to the work and you got to that place. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The program is a conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 in the city of Ibadan. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Satala. I'm Gide. I'm calling from Canada.
Good morning.
Now, yesterday I listened to Mr. President discussing about ADC and their coalition and all that. So I saw Mr. President, he was relaxed. No one President is talking and all that. One thing is, the mistake he did was he shouldn't have mentioned what article did, what someone else did and all that. Because this article today, I know it's him. They will go and dig up his own and by today, now, tomorrow, and start embarrassing him. So he shouldn't have gone to that thing. You must come to people must come with cleaners. You don't just mention him and say whatever you want to say. Don't go into his past and dirty deeds. We know all of you have dirty deeds. So, and the first caller that said all of them are the same thing. Peter Obi is not corrupt, but it's like I've told the followers, you will never, the light will not be president in this country. It's a normal thing. It's what you all know. By the time you start doing all the politics, they won't put money down. They won't do right. So all this crime will not be. So it's not corrupt, but whether it's not better administrative or not, that's what I don't know. Then on the issue of insecurity in this country, the military are trying. We all know they are trying, but like what Mr. Tola said, the proactiveness. We should. Intelligence should now come in. The DSS, the EMI, and all that. And nip this, as they nip the what they read in the bus, they must be nipping crime in the bus now. Whatever they want to do, they want to plant IED bombs, they want to kidnap. If we keep, nipping everything in the bus, we won't be having so many escalations and so many crises. So kudos to the military, but I think they should help their intelligence and their tactics. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
070 5555 1985.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. You are on.
Do also call us back. I can't hear you. Battlefield only favors those who are prepared. That's coming from the Nigerian army. And i.e. that you are tax varsity on tech-driven innovative leadership. That's coming from the state government.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Adimola from Ibadan.
Love you, Mr. Demola.
Thank you very much, Mr. Program. Thanks for your this ADC people who want to contest and they choose some candidates. So, and some candidates have shown interest. And article right of some people. So the interest of the good people should be protected. So in the past, Obi has done well and he was chosen. So in my own opinion, Obi should give a chance. Those party have to make a choice. On this your statement, so they said they wanted to remove the legal speaker can't remove people outside the law. People should not remove people outside the law. Because there's law. At times, it is uncivilized. It is not civilized. So, at that time there was discord. They are not united. And it is settled. So at present they have different roles, different functions. So they must work together. And there is need for economic advancement. And they need to concentrate on the welfare of the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, just about one or two more calls.
070-5555-1985. Okay, so keep the calls coming.
Yes, 2 Ogun fathers under probe for trafficking daughters to Libya in Ogun State.
Maybe they didn't know what their daughters were going to do in Libya.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. God bless you, Jesus' name.
Amen.
I'm not calling from Aguare.
Good to have you, sir.
Personally, I'm not a contesting presidential election or whatever. But what I'm interested in is the principle of existence in Nigeria. I believe that there is peace in this country. No matter who contests election or who wins election, will not be a problem to us. Because we believe that we are operating under a system atmosphere. What I believe today now is that all of us must come together, masses must come together and say no to terrorism. Because how can we contest or participate in elections when there is no peace? Nigeria is at war. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. People are making up today. How many lives were lost during the civil war compared to what is happening today? We have to sit down and deliberate. Let me tell you, my brothers, those who are protecting the terrorists, when the time comes, after they have killed so many of us, they will go back to kill them. God has an legend who says that whoever lies on Tiger's back will end up in Tiger's stomach. We stop pampering this thing, evil doers. Let's come together and find that solution to this problem.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
Well, I check your time is 7:30 and we have to go. It's been an interesting time on conversation this morning, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Hello Ibadan. Finally, the MTN Champ Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lekon Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin irú ẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfòfífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Àdámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá. Ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.